What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another one today. This one is gonna be real quick, but um, I want to share my internal experience when it comes to something that I'm beginning to see. When it comes to manifestation, when it comes to expansion, I don't know if anybody else have experienced this, but I was just talking to my sister earlier, and I'm gonna tell you what it seems like. What it seemed like for me. It seemed like the more that I started to manifest in my life, or more accurately, the more things start to manifest through me, the more almost distant from it I feel, which is crazy. Like the internal experience of it. And what I mean is like, for example, experiencing having more money, even though on the outside I'm having more money, the internal experience is translating as not being so attached to money. Like when I didn't have money, I was so focused on it. I was so focused on doing the right thing with my money. And even though I am now, even though I do make decisions, like I take more time with the decisions I make when I do have money, once it come in, it's less of a need for it to be held on to. And it's like that with a lot of shit. Like I feel like the more that I'm manifesting, the more that I'm letting go. And I am finding in my own personal journey, doors open and new opportunities come, and teachers present themselves, people present themselves. The more I am willing to let go of my idea of what it would look like when it come, or what time it's supposed to come, even letting go of the desire itself. Like, and it's crazy because it's hard to do. It's hard to it's an intricate thing to want something and at the same time let it go, and trust that when you do work towards it, when you do decide, like let's say you have a period where you're focused on the effort, that it will come at the right time. But the more I do that, in my experience, and I could be wrong, it might not be for everybody, but I promise, in my experience, I'm finding that the more that I, you know, let go and open up to the process being a way that I, may not think it should be, or being open to how something will come. It's like the more susceptible I am, the quicker it comes in. And it comes like, it's like I allow magic to happen because I get my logic out of the way, and it's like the door presents itself, and disbelief is starting to leave, and also that that need to make it happen so much, and that's scary. That's scary as fuck because it's almost like you gotta curate yourself enough and focus your attention on the thing that you want, and then you have to let it go and be okay with the moment that you're in and be full in it. I don't know. Another thing I noticed is that the ups and downs increase. The ups and downs increase. Like when your vibration increases and your frequency increases, I think your up and downs increase also. You know, the speed at which life fluctuates increases, and I feel like you end up experiencing a lot more life in a shorter amount of time. Um, like sometimes a day experientially can be a year of knowledge, a year of information, a year of experience, a year of wisdom. Um, if you spend it deliberately, and I think as we increase our vibrations, we start to have access to having those slow days or being able to slow down time experientially. Um, because I experienced that now where I can have, and it's not at my free will. It fluctuates, but I love when I have those days like that. But I've also experienced the opposite end of the spectrum where um, it seems like multiple days don't even feel like a full day. Like my days are running into each other. I'm not having the opportunity to rest as much, you know. And for me, that's miserable. That's miserable for me. I don't like to function in that type of way. You know, not to judge nobody. It's a time and a place for everything. But why would I want to rush, be panicked and be in anxiety, only to be late, only to barely be making ends meet? I would much rather be on the other end of the spectrum where I am taking my precious motherfucking time and I'm always early. Think about that. Same amount of time, but experience totally different. And I think that's the difference between higher vibration and the crazy thing is you don't really experience it like that. Like I say, I be experiencing highs and lows, the frequencies of highs and lows increasing. I'll have a good, nice little wave of positivity, and then it'll go straight down to darkness, confusion, discomfort, uncertainty, unknown, where I'm having to, navigate my darkness and alchemize certain energies and learn lessons, and then it goes back up, it shifts back up, and it can be crazy making. It can be crazy making. So I think that's a darker side of increasing your frequency and vibration that people don't really talk about that much, and it definitely makes me put a little respect on it. Like you know, making sure that before you increase your vibration and your frequency, that's something that's true for you and in alignment for you, because it is a different energy. It requires different energy. There are all these positive things that people talk about as far as meeting beings who are more aligned, having access to different energy sources, new information, feeling tapped in and locked in with spirit, being able to have different synchronicities, being able to see things that other people don't see. But there is more energies. More energies pick up heavier energies. I feel like we all connected to an ancestral root of some kind. I just feel this way personally, and I feel like some of that, especially if you're a chosen one, that energy comes through for you to transmute and alchemize, and that shit, that shit increases. That increases too. The dark periods increase. You know what I'm saying? So if you're on a journey to enlightenment, that can be a very good thing, because it's opportunities to see areas that you're not fully conscious, and to expand your awareness. And in expanding your awareness, you give yourself more life, you give yourself more time, you give yourself more space, and you create opportunities for more peace and more abundance. That's the way I see it. But it definitely does come and require you to, step into a little more discomfort, which is going to stretch you, which is also going to give you more strength, more virtue, stuff like that. So this message kind of took a spin of its own. I hope you could get something from that.